Welcome, welcome. Today is first day of May 2021 class. Here I am. Just gotta get this going so I can see comments and answer anybody. All right, so I am Toni Tesler, and you're here on my Facebook page watching live. So say hi when you get here. If you're watching later, I'm going to load this up to YouTube later today after I'm finished. If you're watching it later, do hashtag replay, just so I know who's watching where and when, if anybody's watching. So today and tomorrow, actually, May class, I split this over 2 days. I've been doing this. Hey, Leslie. I've been doing this this year. I started this in January, doing the classes. So I present them here. The class itself is free. If you decide you want the packet, you can purchase that. And I usually give like a week or so to respond. And then if I have to order anything, I do that. Stuff gets in, then I cut everything, package it all back up, send it out. In this case, so this month I'm doing it's butterfly class with the butterfly Brilliance that we could pre-order a couple months ago. So this is the main focus, butterfly Brilliance, and then the dies that go with it. Excuse my piles here. So these dies. I want to be clear though, this class you can do with any butterfly set. So for the things where I'm going to cut out the dies, I'm cutting them for you. So you don't have to worry about that. Hey, Sean. The butterfly, when we get to some of the cards where you're going to stamp some images, like I'm going to stamp all these. If you don't have this, you use whatever you have. So I just want to be clear, you do not need the butterfly Brilliance set. But you are going to want, the packet has all the good stuff that you want, the papers. So what you're going to get with the packet this month is 6 pieces of the butterfly bijou paper. Now this is the paper that ran out. And this is why I only have enough for 6 packets. 6 only. I had to split this pack up, the pack of paper, so everybody gets 1 piece of each pattern. So you're going to get these 6 pieces. And I've got these in order of what I'm going to use them. You're also going to get a piece. This is the wood specialty paper. So you're going to get a 6x6 piece of that. These. I like it. So that's the paper you're going to get. You're going to get a 1/4 pack of these Playing with Patterns resin dies. And this is more than enough to make our projects. And I like these. This is Purple Posy. I believe this is Mango Melody. Of course, it doesn't exactly say on here. It looks like mango, but I think it could go with saffron too. And Coastal Cabana. So those are neat. Oh, funny, Peggy. You did finally buy the set. I do love it. But yeah, like I was saying, you could do this class. I'm going to send you the kit if you want it. And you could use any butterfly set. So 1/4 pack Playing with Patterns resin dots. Now we've got a bunch of different ribbons down here. 1/2 yard of this white polka dot tulle. So let me go back. I designed this class back in, hey Teresa, I designed this class back in March when we could pre-order stuff. But then I didn't have a March class because I was getting ready for the big one that I did with Gail. So I put this off, and then the paper ran out. Then the retired list came out, and this tulle was on the retired list, and it ran out. This white with the silver edge ribbon was on the retired list, and it ran out. So you're only going to get a 1/2 yard of each of these. It's going to be enough for what we need. But you're also going to get 2 yards of this white. I just opened this. This is 5/8 inch organza ribbon that this retired a couple years ago, but I had a brand new roll, and there's 15 yards on here, so I can give everybody 2 yards, and that's going to be a bunch too. So you're going to get 3 different kinds of ribbon. The 5 card kits with envelopes, and 1 gift box kit, which is going to be a 2-piece box, top and bottom, with a mini card inside and an envelope, and then a PDF tutorial. So if you want just a tutorial, which is really just the written directions and pictures from what I'm doing today, you can get that. That's $15. But if you want the packet, all this, $30, that includes shipping, US only. I can only do stuff for the US, so sorry. So that's the packet. So how I'm running these, I do half the projects Monday and then half the projects Tuesday. So we are going to get into it. Our first project, I'm going to go, let me move some of this stuff. We're going to make a box. And like I said, I put my papers in order. We're going to use this first pattern, which this is like a mint macaron background with misty moonlight and Coastal Cabana, maybe Bermuda Bay. So I like those colors. And you can switch to that too. Here's the beauty of this class too. Hey Rose, if you don't like any of the papers that I've chosen for the DSPs, you can swap them out. But the base pieces for the project itself, this is going to stay the same. So for this box, it's Misty Moonlight. And that's why I chose this paper, because that's going to go together. All right, so let me get those out of the way. So you are going to cut all of your own DSP, because like I said, if you want to change anything out, you can. Oh, and you know what? I just left my directions in my other room. Hold on. Ugh. Good Lord. Sorry about that. I might have to edit that out. All right. So much for being prepared. I wrote all my stuff out and then left it in the other room. Okay. So, box. Two-piece box means a top and a bottom. This is the prototype that I use just to check size. So we've got this fits perfectly, a very snug box, and it should be like 4x4 by 1, but we've got the two pieces. Now I really like this style box. Rose, actually, you're the one that turned me on to this with the double folding. Okay, so we're going to start with, get all these little pieces out of the way, our box bottom and top. Now generally when you're making a two-piece box, you need the bottom to be a smidge smaller than the top so that it fits nicely. So what I've got is our top piece, 8x8. The bottom piece, I cut that down 1/16. Okay? And this is how I'm gonna make this box. And the tops and bottoms, they go together just the same. So like I said, lid, or the top, 8x8. Bottom, cutting down a 1/16 on both two sides, so that's 7 15/16 by 7 15/16. All right, then we're going to score at 1 inch and 2 inch all sides. So beep 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 beep, 1 inch, and of course this is not to scale. This is just to give you an idea of what I'm doing before I do it. All right, then we're going to cut flaps. So we want this, we're going to cut this straight, and then we're going to come in at a little angle. Then we're going to angle this and cut the rest of this off. And then same thing here, straight, and then a little angle, then an angle, and cut the rest of this off. So we're just left with these tabs, and then the same thing up here, straight, angle, angle, and then cut the rest off. Straight, angle, angle, and cut the rest off. and then we've got our other flaps. So this is the same premise for top and bottom. And I didn't do any of my scoring because I wanted you to see it in action. All right, so both top and bottom get scored the exact same. 1 inch, 2 inch, and then I turn it. 1 inch, 2 inch, turn. 1 inch, 2 inch, turn. 1 inch, 2 inch. Now I generally don't do your scoring for you unless it's like I have to fold up your card to fit in an envelope. So you will get these pieces and then you'll do your own scoring. I mean, if you want me to do it for you, just let me know and I will. But I never know if people are going to want to use the materials to make the same projects that I'm making or if they want to use it for something else. So you have options. Okay. Now I need glue, and I'm using liquid glue to adhere this. You could use anything, any strong adhesive. So I'm going to start down here, same thing. So straight, let me show you. You can see the score mark. I'm going to cut on this side of the score mark straight all the way up till that second line. All right, then I'm going to come back in at a slight angle and cut that wedge out. So you see how it's straight and then angle. And then I'm going to come in here, angle. This one, you could go straight. I like very slight angle on this one. And you'll see why later. It just makes the box go together a little easier. All right, straight and a little angle. Pull that out and then angle, teeny tiny angle, like to where you can barely notice it. All right, so there's our flaps, and I want the same thing bottom. Straight, angle, angle, tiny angle. Straight, angle, pull that out, angle, teeny tiny angle. Same thing for this. So I'm going to do all the cutting and scoring samesies. All right, angle, teeny tiny angle. Now I tried to, sometimes I make boxes and I like the top, or I should say I like the bottom to be a little bit taller than the top. Oh, this is stuck. What I mean is, so here, the height of the top, the box lid and the bottom are the same. Sometimes I make a box where this is taller so that a different color would peek out. Excuse me. I was thinking about doing that for this one, but I would have needed like a 9 or 10 by 10 piece of paper, and that is a beast to mail. So we're sticking with the 4 by 4 box. Shoo, I almost messed that up. Sticking with the 4 by 4 box because with the sides that we're scoring 1 inch and 2 inch, that's how we get the 8 inch piece of paper, because we're adding that 2 inches on each side. All right, straight, one more. I need to pay attention, don't I? Jeez. All right, angle, and then last one, angle, slight angle. Okay. All right, let me get all this in the trash so I don't clutter my area. Yeah, Rose, this is a sturdy box. I'm so glad you sent me one because I just wasn't getting it. I would normally just do a one side box, but these are good. All right, let's start with the bottom, and you'll know the bottom because it is smaller. See this? You can see it's a little bit wider. All right, so I flip it this way. When I score, I fold down like that. So I like to flip it up here. We're just going to start by burnishing every single mark. Now your tabs, you don't need to fold this like that because this is going to get attached in one piece. So let's just fold this whole thing up like that. And then fold, 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 fold. All right, and then I'll do this again for the other one. So assembly, our tabs are coming up like this. All right, we're gonna glue, let me turn it this way. I'm gonna put glue on these tabs here, and they're gonna come up and attach to that side, like that. Same thing over here. So let's just start that. And like I said, you could use strong adhesive, whatever you want. I'm using the glue. All right, now when you bring these corners up, you want this to be a nice tight corner. So see how I'm getting them? That's a nice crisp corner. So I'm just gonna hold that in place for a minute. And I'll do the other one. So bringing that up, nice and crisp. All right, now since I'm using glue, I do still want to, I'm gonna turn it on its side, get all my fingers in here and really press down. And I just wanna hold it. Oh, you've cut off one of the flaps, yeah. It's easy enough to patch it together, but yeah. And actually you don't need, you could cut off this part of the flap, like that secondary, like, you know, the top part. You just need at least that part. I just don't cut any of it. Of course, if you mess it up and, you know, do it by accident, that's different. All right, now I'm flipping these out just so you can see what I'm doing. All right, now see again, this is gonna come up here. So let's put glue on these flaps. All right, and you don't need a ton. This glue is really good. All right, so same thing, I wanna come in, get these corners very close and tight together. I'm just gonna hold that for a minute. Yeah, I glued the corner wonky and it throws the whole box off. Yeah, I would trash it. Yep. All right, and then this one. So if you were using tape, the tape adds a little bit more bulk. Let me just get my hands in here. But as long as you were using the tape on the top and bottom, it would just be evenly bulky. Okay, so now we've got these flaps, and now we're gonna glue these flaps, fold them in. Now, these are the ones that I angled. So they're just going to, if they were straight, it would be a little tighter. But all I'm gonna do is add glue, and I do one at a time because, let me show you. So glue it up, fold it in, hold it here for just a sec, get it going. It's awesome, Sean, like, yeah. All right, now, I really want to press this in and get this nice and tight, so I'm using my bone folder to get in with the corners. Now, you won't be able to see, but what I'm going to do is press it right here in the corners, and then I'm going to keep pressing it down and across, and this smashes it flatter, flatter, flatter. But you really need this, the tip of this bone folder, to get in here in the corner and get that corner really glued down. And this just takes, you know, a minute. But that makes a nice thin side, or it makes it thinner. And And I just like to hold it and keep going back and forth with the bone folder, just maybe 30 seconds or so. All right. Now I like to do opposite sides. I don't think it would be a big deal if you went this side, this side, this side, this side, but that's just not how I do it. I do opposites first. All right, same thing. I'm gonna hold this in first. Sean, what size box were you thinking about making? I mean, with 12 by 12, you could really get a really good size box. And I do have plenty of that, but as far as mailing, that's a beast. All right, and again, I'm getting this bone folder right in the corners and then flattening as much as I can. Nice. All right, same Z's over here. Gonna hold it thinner and taller, no lid. Oh, okay, so like an open box. All right, and I can see my glue is squirting out a little bit. Just get that out with my finger. How about that? Too much glue close to the edge, I suppose. All right, and then one more. So this is a 4x4 by 1 box. What could you fit in here? Well, first you can fit the little card that we're going to make. We're going to make a 3x3 card with an envelope. That will fit in here. You could also put a gift card, money, jewelry, you know, some kind of little trinket thing. A set of little cards. Yep. Now these are butterflies, but you know, you change the papers around, and this could be for Father's Day. You know, whatever you have. Graduation, if you got a graduation thing coming up. All right, so this was our bottom. Now we're going to do the same thing on the top. So I'm going to fold everything, and then this. Now, if I wanted to make sure I don't get these shiny lines, I would use Sharon's trick about the paper, but this needs to go quicker, so I'm not. All right, so now we've got our tabs, and we'll do the same thing. Start with the tabs. Get this corner nice and tight. And I just realized I did these opposites. It doesn't really matter for attaching the tabs. All right, do you want to press this down some? So did everybody have a good Mother's Day? We did. We went over to my mom's and we had a cookout. We made a whole bunch of food and not a lot of people ate it. So we're going to be eating corn and potato salad and Greek salad probably all week. And my sister's baked beans. Carby, carby, carby. All right, glue. Oy. Glue on these flaps. And again, I'm holding this for a minute, and then I'm going to flip it here and then really press it down with my finger. Plus it was cooler. We were trying to have a cookout outside, but it was a little too cool, so we were inside. But it was all good. All right, and then this flap. Getting that nice and tight. Tight corners are your friend when you are making boxes. Just everything goes together and fits nicer when the corners are good. Okay, so now we're to the part where I'm going to start gluing these other flaps in. All right. So, holding this, pressing it down for just a few seconds. Get that glue time to grab. Then I'm going to go in and again with the bone folder in the corners and flattening out this whole side as much as I can. This smashing together of the side pieces, that really is good with the style box since it's, you know, a double fold over. What would you call this style box, Rose? Double fold over sides? I don't know. All right, let's get this one. And again, holding it here just for a minute. And then press it down. And then go back in with the bone folder and really smash the sides and get these corners tucked in, because you don't want your corners coming up. All right. Whew, man, I feel like I'm working up a sweat. All right. This one. Now you are going to need a circle punch. Let me show you. So for the sides, how we need a little grip, I'm going to use a 1-inch circle punch because that's what I have handy. I don't like punching through 2 layers of cardstock, but you kind of have to because you got to get in here and, I mean, I guess you don't have to. It's just easier opening the box if you have a little grip area. But I am going to save that punching the sides out to the end to give this all this glue a chance to really dry. All right. And where'd my scissors go? Okay. I can tell I need a little, I had a little trim somewhere. Yep, right there. Okay. So when you go to put these together, you will be able to feel which sides have the tabs in them. They feel a little bit lumpier. So this is my tabs here. These are my tabs on this side. You want your tabs to be opposite. So tabs here, and then it should go together perfectly, and it does. I love a nice snug fitting box like this. All right. See, it's harder to get out when you don't have those finger holds. Okay. So let me just remember. Now when you punch the holes or the half circles, you don't want to punch on the side that has the tabs because you'd be punching through what, like 3 or 4 layers and you'll break your punch. So I got to remember I'm going to punch here and here on the lid. And actually, let me just make a little mark. Boop, boop. So I can come back to that because I do want this glue to set for a little bit. So that's about where I'm going to punch them. Okay, now, so let's work on the top of our box and our card. And I will set these off to the side. So I've got this piece. Let me bring in my notes. All right, this is for the card. So this piece right here, this is mint macaron. This is 3.5 by 3.5. So this is going to go like here. We're going to layer it with the DSP. All right, so I do need that. Cut your DSP. So I want this to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm going to cut that. And you're going to have a little bit of this paper left over. 3 1/4. 3 1/4. All right, so this will be for our box top. For our card, while we're cutting stuff, oh, this is perfect. We want a DSP layer for our card to be 3 3/4. I mean, not 3 3/4. No, wait, 2 1/2. So actually, I'm going to slide this down to 2 1/2 and 2 1/2. And that'll be for our card. So you've got these little bits that you can, I'm actually not going to save these. Put that in the trash. But you have this whole other strip. Hi, Linda. You have this whole other strip that you can save and do something with. So we'll put that off to the side. All right, so box top. This, just taping this on here. So again, these colors are Mint Macaron and Misty Moonlight. All right, and then I'm going to glue this on to our box top. And you could pop this up if you wanted. I'm just going to glue it flat. And with the glue, we get a little bit of wiggle room. That's good. So I'm going to put it upside down, really press it from the back. Excuse me. All right, so that's our box lid. Now let's bring in, so you're going to have we're making a 3 by 3 card. So we cut this piece, we cut our DSP down. This is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. That's our card base, Misty Moonlight. This is 3 by 6. Score it in half. All right, and fold. Now you can have it open this way or this way. That's up to you. I tend to do it this way for these little cards. We've got an envelope, white 3 by 3 white envelopes. Mint Macaron. This is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so we're just going to layer these. Then you've got a piece of white that is also 2 3/4. This is for the inside, okay? The inside of your card. So let me just put this in here. And then we will layer our other pieces. Then you're going to have a collection of die cut butterflies. So we've got some little ones. And then some medium ones. I want to put 1 or 2 on the box top, and then some on the our little card. And for this, if you like this pattern instead of the butterfly pattern, go for it. I mean, I'm just giving you the sheets of paper that, you know, you can use them however you want. All right, and then I'll do a little bit of glue here. Now you may be wondering, why do I use a combination of glue and tape? No real reason. Maybe I use the glue on this more because it's got a little wiggle room if I don't get it straight. Okay. Now I didn't put a greeting on this card. I figured you can, you know, you can add a little whatever you want on it. But I did want to add a little bit of, I want to tie the box with some of this organza ribbon that you're going to get. So I'll have to do that when we're finished. But the idea is I want to put this here, and I want to have one here. And I'm just going to use a little glue. And you can use any combination. I'm giving you all these die cuts already in the Misty Moonlight and the Mint Macaron. All right, and I'm going to use one of these here too. And then just do 2 more little ones here. And if you want to pop these up, pop them up. And actually, I'm going to put that there so it's like in a little triangle. Then you could put a little greeting. You could put something there if you want. You don't have to. And then I'm going to take this last little one and put on the inside. Okay, just like in the corner. Boop. Okay. So our little card fits in our envelope. Which will then fit in our box. Wait, let me put these on later. Okay, now is when I want to, I think this is the side, this glue is all dry enough. So let me get this, my 1-inch circle punch, and we're gonna make these side punches. And it really, so I'm just eyeballing like the middle of here, the middle of the box side. And then the other one, you don't know how much it pains me to punch through 2 layers because I know, oh, we're not supposed to. I don't want to break this punch because I don't know if I can get another one. Okay, so this is gone. Now we will put our box back together. Like I said, you're going to have 2 yards of this organza or organdy. I'm just going to tie a knot. And of course you would probably want to tie your ribbon after you've got whatever in your box. And actually if you tie this, you should be able to slide it off anyway. And if you want to do a bow, do a bow. You'll have 2 yards of this stuff, of this ribbon, so that's up to you. All right, and then let's put these on. I'm going to use mini dimensionals because I do want these to sit up for a little bit. Boop. And I'm just going to put it right on his body. I might have to put some on the wings because I do want them. Yeah, that'll be good. They won't be totally in flight, but I wanted more than just one little dimensional on there. All right, so I'm going to put that one there. And I can see a little bit of the dimensionals, but I'm not going to be overly concerned about that. And then I'm going to put one right here. This guy can have just one. He's small enough. And then we'll do that one right here. And then this guy. So 35, 40 minutes just for our first project. That's one more. The next 2 cards are going to seem like they go really quick. It's just making boxes does take a little bit longer. All right. Now I didn't use any of the dots on this one. We'll be getting to those later. Okay, but so that's our first project, is a 2-piece box, 4x4x1. And like I said, you will have all these cut out butterflies in your kit. And remind you, I only have 6 kits, so whoever wants them, it's first come, just let me know. All right, project number 2. Let me set this off to the side. Get this glue off my hand. Okay. Next card. Oops. So you are going to use this piece that has all that you can die cut. So let me get this. So if you have the dies, you would take this die and it fits on these to cut out these butterflies. So I already cut mine out and I have to put this piece back in with the other materials for the other kits. If you don't have these dies, you just cut these out by hand. It's easy enough. So again, you don't have to have these dies. All right, so I already cut this out for our project. All right, so we've got our white envelope, Whisper white envelope, all our butterflies. Now I would save these bits. I actually cut these out of a, I made another card out of just the side bits, like the, you know, partial flower or butterflies. I'll have to see if I can find that. I'm pretty sure I posted it on my blog somewhere. But all right, let's line these up because I don't know which one I want. We're going to use 1 or 2 for this card and then save some for another one. All right, so you will have a Whisper white, well, not Whisper white, it's basic white now. Rose, you keep getting bounced off the internet? Boo, I don't. Knock on wood. Where's wood? So 4 1/4 by 11, fold in half of the thick white. Thick, thick, thick. I love using thick when I'm having as the base. 4 by 5 1/4 white that I've embossed with the, excuse me, painted textures folder, which I love it. If you can't tell which side is you should use, it doesn't matter because they're both good. This one is not, you know, some embossing folders definitely have a side, like the raised side and the deboss side. This side, this folder doesn't matter. All right, so I'm just gluing that down. Then I've got a piece of white for the greeting. Remember, I'm going to use Happy Thoughts. I don't know if I told you that. Any greeting you want, anything that'll fit. I'm using Happy Thoughts just because I like it, and why not? All right, you're going to pick, this one's going to be very simple. So white on white, you're going to pick, let's say, at least 2 butterflies. So I want this here, and I'm going to do the greeting, and I'm going to hand cut this and have the greeting here. Decisions. You could just use one. You could use the big butterfly. Like here. This is, you're going to have some leeway with this. I could do that too. Decisions. Yeah, actually, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pop him up. So this is going to be very quick and simple, but I think I like it with the embossing folder. Really adds, that texture adds something. Now when I go to stamp the greeting, I'm using black ink. You could use whatever you want. I'm going to have this right in the middle. And that's straight enough. All right. Thinking of you, or thank you, or congratulations. I want something like skinny that's just going to, I'm going to do thank you. All right. Where, I know I got my ink out. Oh. So I'm using for the black ink, I like this Midnight, Catherine Pooler's Midnight. I know it's not Stampin' Up, but I like it. This is a foam pad. It's really juicy. But it's very nice and dark. And it's going to clean off of my stamps. I do not use this ink with photopolymer stamps just because it stains them really bad. And sometimes that bothers me when they get stained like unnecessarily, I think. I don't know. I'm just weird about it sometimes. But this, it comes right off of your rubber stamps. See? I do like it. All right. Thank you. Now this doesn't take as long to dry as the other black ink I use, which is the VersaFine, the Onyx. All right, now I'm just going to hand cut this. Since you have this piece, if you wanted to stamp it and use a punch, go for it. That's up to you. I am just going to cut this. I've been liking this, cutting it very close to the words business lately. I don't know why. That's just been my thing. All right, let's get these scraps out of the way. And since this is popped up, I do not want to pop this up. That's just personal preference. You pop yours up if you want. But I'm just going to use some liquid glue. I'm right down here in the corner. And I'm going to hold that for a minute. And this time I'm definitely bringing in some of these dots. So like I said, you're going to get a quarter pack of these dots. And this mango is calling my name. I want to use some of the blue ones too. Actually, I'm going to use one of all of them. So we've got Purple Posy, Coastal Cabana, and I believe it's Mango Melody. Actually, I'm going to move this. Some of these are more forgiving than others. I'm going to put this one down here. Okay. And you could arrange however many dots you want, wherever you want. And like I said, you choose whatever butterfly, you know, even if you could have put 3 on here, I think, if you want. Actually, that's a nice stack right there. Wouldn't that be good for a slimline card? Just having all these butterflies together. Interesting. All right, so envelope, that's our card number 2. Now let's get card number 3. So again, we're going to have a, let me push these out of the way. We're going to have this time a white envelope again. This time we're going to use Purple Posy. Now, I know Purple Posy is retired and gone. But like I said, I had designed this back in March. I mean, that's when I was going to have the class. So I have enough of this paper left for us. All right, we're going to use this pattern, the rainbow pattern, and this little wood bit piece. All right, then we've got some more white 4x5 1/4. Let me flip my page. What did I have this scrap for? Oh, this was a scrap so I can stamp and punch out my greeting. All right, shoo. 1 die cut butterfly. So I ran this through. This is with Coastal Cabana. All right, so let me cut this, our DSPs first. So Purple Posy, 5.5 by 8.5. Scored in half, fold it. Let me sit this under here. All right. Then I get that nice fold without the shine. 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to go ahead and put this on the inside. Oh yeah, the little ones, put them on the edge, the inside. Yep. So what rose means, I think, is, where'd that little scrap go that I had? I just had it. Oh, right here. So you're saying like you would cut these out and put them on the inside edge of your card. Like that. Or you could cut these ones out and put them down here. Yep. Really good idea for that. Okay, so DSP. Start with the wood. The wood I want 4 by 5 1/4. And you're gonna save. You're getting 1 piece of this 6 by 6 wood piece, so you're gonna save any other bits. So 4, 5 1/4, and you'll be able to tell this paper's thinner than I expected, but it does have like grooves in it, so it really looks like wood grain. So that's interesting. DSP, I only want a 3 by 4 piece of this. So you decide if you want, and this is going to be a portrait style card, so I want the butterflies going this direction up, but I'm going to cut it at 3. So you have to decide, do you want these colors or these colors. I think I want these colors because I chose this Coastal Cabana. So 3, since this is 6 by 6, I'm going to save this piece for something else. Now I've got 3 by 6 here, and I want it to be 3 by 4. So again, I just have to decide, do I want to cut this part or this part? I want some of that pink, so I'm going to cut 4 this way. All right, so I've got that. And then this, you just save for something else, just like your other piece. So we've got 2 pieces left you can do something with. And the backs too if you want. All right, let's put that over there. So Purple Posy card base. I'm going to use tape on the back of this because I don't think glue would work really well. I think it might show all the lumps and bumps and stuff, and I don't want that. All right, so it's getting this centered because I do like this Purple Posy peeking out. Here we go. All right, now I'm gonna have this here, boop, like right there. I don't want to pop this up, so I'm gonna tape this down. You could pop it if you want, but I want to pop that that butterfly. So we're putting this down in the corner. So your butterfly is going to be die cut for you, and you are going to be able to poke out all these nooks and crannies very easily. I have a chrome plate that I use in my Big Shot, and I use it for, it's intended for detailed dies like this, so you don't have to like go back and forth 5 or 6 times trying to get the right pressure. And it doesn't matter if you put your dies in the very middle. So you know your plates are, you know, like half a sheet of paper long. If you put dies right in the middle, sometimes it doesn't, the pressure is the worst in the very middle of that board. That's just the nature of the Big Shot, or any machine really. But with this chrome plate, that doesn't matter. I can put the dies anywhere on the plate and it cuts right through the first time with the detailed dies. And that is, I got it off of Amazon. Oh, I say this and then these don't want to come out. And you know what? I'm just going to leave them because I don't mind that some of them are not coming out. Should have kept my mouth shut, shouldn't I? Just gonna rip that right off. Okay. And actually I have made cards where I left some of these bits in there on purpose. All right, we're going for it. Actually, that's going to allow me to put some dimensionals behind there. Win-win. All right, now for this greeting, I'm going to use this punch, Tailored Tag. All right, so I'm going to put that there. We've got our white envelope. So you're going to have, actually, I usually cut the corner. So you'll have like a 1/4 sheet of white with this kit with the corner cut off. Whenever I cut the corner, that means you're supposed to stamp and punch something out of it or die cut whenever we've got this. All right, so greeting. Back to Happy Thoughts. And I think I want to do Thinking of You. And that should fit in there. Yep. Okay. And again, I'm going to use the Midnight, Catherine Pooler Midnight. Oh, and I wanted to add a little bow. All right, stamp that and clean it. So with your tool, you're going to have your polka dot tool ribbon, which you're only going to have a 1/2 yard of. It's not a ton, but that's just all I had. I want to add a bow to this. So loop, wrap it around. And you could do a knot if you wanted to just do a knot instead. And pull this through. And this tool it's actually pretty easy to work with. I like that. That's good enough. All right, and then it's gonna go trim these. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna save that. And it's stretchy too, the tool. All right, and then punch this. Is that straight? Straight-ish. I do want to pop this up. I feel like I had my dimensionals right here. Oh, here they are. Okay, I'm getting down to the end on these. Okay, and as we're winding down, so today I showed you the first 3 projects, the box and these 2 cards. Tomorrow will be the next 3 cards. And then you will have a week. You'll have till next Wednesday to let me know if you want this kit, the card kit, or the class packet, I should say. Let's put that right there. Now I want a glue dot. Boop, boop, boop. So like I said, you will RSVP. Let me know by next Wednesday if you want one of the 6 kits that I have available. I only have 6 because of these papers that ran out. Put that there. Now look, this ribbon, I'm letting it hang over the greeting on purpose because you can see through it and it's pretty and there's not going to be any worries. All right, and then I want to do mini dimensionals behind here. Have this guy pop up a little bit. And that's actually good enough. And you could have used just glue dots like right down the middle and then had your wings flapping up. So I'm going to do this here. And then I want to bring in some of these dots. So I want a big blue one, like right down here. And then let me do a big purple one right there. And that purple ties into our purple posy card base. And then the mango. I like that. So that's our 3rd card. Oh, and you're going to want to save your wood pieces, your wood paper, because you're going to need them later. All right, so let's bring in, I'll just recap the 3 projects for today. We made our box that has a mini card in it. I'm actually have to pull that back out for pictures. And then we had our other card, which is using the die cut butterfly, or the butterfly that we die cut out of the papers. And yeah, tomorrow, next 3 projects. And I'm going to get this loaded up to YouTube today and update my blog. So that's got everything. And I think that's it. Yeah, like here's our packet again. This is on my blog also, or it's going to be. All I have to do is hit submit once I get pictures. But that tells you what your class packet includes. And I've got some dates there. But this is next Wednesday, $30 for the class packet, and by next Wednesday. So hopefully I will catch you tomorrow for part 2 of Butterfly class. All right, thanks for being here, ladies. I'll see ya. Thanks, bye.